Hello, everybody. We're 3 hours early today. I've decided from here until this baby comes out, I'm just going to go live when I feel good because 5 o'clock, I'm exhausted. 3 o'clock, we're hit and miss at this point now. I never really know. Throughout the day, I honestly have no idea. I mean, I was in the emergency room last week, so we just don't know what's going on. I mean, we know I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't panic. That was not a statement. I'm okay. But I don't know what time of day I'm going to feel good or feel like hanging out. And it's right now. So I'm like, I feel good. My blood pressure's feeling good. I don't feel like I'm dying. So here we are. I told Lisa I'm going live. Girl, I'm out. I'm going to go hang out and do some crafting because I have tumblers lined up that I want to get epoxied. I don't want to run out of steam or run out of energy. So we're here. We're feeling good. I don't have heartburn right now. Drinking my alkaline water. I've taken some Tums. I ate some of my fresh sourdough bread. If you have, okay, y'all, crafting and tumblers and things. I sew. I am not a one. We mainly talk about epoxy here. I do all the things. I'm a mild prepper. I mildly prep. Now that's I'm not an extreme, but I'm like, I have a store of food and like beans and pastas, and I have things stored in case of emergency. But I'm also kind of like homesteady, and I love baking and cooking. So I have gone to into the sourdough world. It's very, very trendy right now, but it was more not necessarily sourdough. The sourdough situation is what's trendy, but like I just want to start baking my own breads and doing my own bakery goods because we go to these markets and I buy bakery goods because I love them. I like supporting small business, but I also just love eating like lemon bars and all that. But we are trying to save money, and especially with this next baby coming, and so I'm like I can bake all this myself, and I love baking. So why am I not doing it? So for this year, for my New Year's resolution, I don't do resolutions, but like for this year, I'm going to change my outlook on things. And instead of like going, oh, okay, we're going to spend the day and go to a farmer's market and I'm going to spend all this money buying, hundreds of dollars of buying all these things, I'm going to stay home and I'm going to do it myself because I love doing it myself. And then I'm teaching my kids and they're learning and they love doing it with me. And so that's what we've been doing this year, this new year. And so the bread was a natural extension of that. And when you get the hang of the bread situation, homemade bread, your first ones are going to be a fail probably, but homemade bread, there is nothing like it. I made 3 sourdough loaves yesterday. I brought one down to the warehouse. It's already half gone. I literally came in. I was like, it's warm. It's ready to cut. And the girls didn't even toast it. They just like straight ate a slice of bread. I had to make myself not make a second piece today because I'm like, it will give me heartburn if I fill up too hot. Anywho, if you're thinking about getting on the sourdough journey, I'll do a live just on it. So Tivoli, she is one of our members. She saw me talk about it and we got chatting. So she sent me part of her starter. She sent me some dried out starters and dry starters so I can start one. She also sent me a little jar with some active like living starter. And I just went with that. She's like, if you can get that to live, it's a lot easier than going from dehydrated. Just feed it. And luckily, it took like 4 days to get here, but luckily the starter was still active and I revived it. And we've probably been doing it for about a month now, month and a half. I don't know. It's been a minute. But I've been baking a ton of stuff. Like this weekend, we had waffles, we had pancakes, we had baguettes, we had sourdough. So I'm basically a pioneer woman now. So I was baking the loaves this morning. So, but sourdough seems overwhelming because there's a lot of information. But when you actually get all the information and you take it all in, then it's like not a big deal. Like most of the time, because they say, oh, it takes so much time. Most of that time is it just sitting in a bowl on your counter for like 12 hours and does nothing, and then it takes 5 minutes to throw in the oven. Like it's not a big deal. Anywho, Margaret was sending off for your starter this week. Girl, you don't just send off for a starter. Don't buy a starter. Now, here, I'll tell you what. Do not buy a starter. go to your local Facebook page. Everyone has a local one. Like we have a Stockdale one, there's a Floresville one, and a Seguin one. Hi.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's in my little Aztec bag.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So don't buy a starter. Just go to your local Facebook group and say, does anybody have a sourdough starter? Because like I make a post, like every other week I've made a post when I have like excess, and I'm like, hey, does anybody need one? Just bring a jar. And I put a little, I can put it in a Ziploc bag even. It's just, oh, it's free. Okay, yeah, don't pay for a starter because there's so many people in the community now. And so I've probably got like 6 or 7 starters already going for people. I'm actually dropping one off to somebody today. Anyway, that's bread. Also, since switching to homemade bread and baked goods, like I literally made our chocolate chip cookies, best cookies I've ever eaten, chocolate chip cookies, waffles and all that instead of toaster waffles. I stopped gaining weight because I was gaining a lot of weight with pregnancy, but I was like, I have to eat and I'm hungry and whatever. But I have eaten more carbohydrates in the last 3 and 4 weeks than I have ever eaten my whole life because it's so good. And I've stopped gaining weight. Just saying. Just saying. I even ate an entire French baguette yesterday. Okay, that being said, hey guys, so from here until this baby's born, I'm just gonna kind of be coming live when I can come live. If I can announce it, I will. But sorry, it's gonna be a bumpy ride for the next 3 weeks. Yesterday, I was almost incapacitated. It was gnarly yesterday. I couldn't function hardly at all yesterday. So I baked bread and rendered blood. I did a million things yesterday, but I was really struggling yesterday. Today I'm feeling okay, much better. But I'm just gonna start coming live when I can go live. So today I've got a bunch of tumblers. Look how freaking good this one looks. Now this one's done. That was this final coat on this one. My mom will steal this one, I'm sure. When she comes, she'll be here. She'll love this one. It's very my mom. Anyway. And then this beauty. This one I'm going to keep for myself. Okay. Today we're going to epoxy this guy because it needs one more coat. This is Ocean. So remember last week live mix when I said there was a glitter called Ocean? That if you liked last week's live mix, you would love Ocean. This is Ocean. See how chameleon he is? He shifts from purple to that pretty aqua to blue, like a vibrant blue. Hello. Okay. I'm going to get one more coat on this guy just so that little area at the top is finished out, and then I'll mail this off to my girlfriend for her husband. So anyway, we're going to work on some tumblers today, but there's new stuff. Which one, Amy? The turtle one? I can mail the Ocean one to you too. He's not even decorated yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to put on him, but I need to get him nice and smooth so when I come across the perfect decal, he's ready. I also have like 4 or 5 tumblers back here that need to be finished. So I'm gonna start plugging away because this is my craft time. Hanging out with you guys. A lot of you guys have reached out and said, hey girl, you don't need to go live. Just chill out. And just, relax. This is actually my downtime. This is my relaxing time. Hi, Jen. I'm feeling okay today. That's why I'm live randomly at 12 because I feel good right now. So I'm like, you know what? My lives from now on until this baby is born, I'm just going to come live when I'm feeling good and I have energy and I'm up and I'm not like miserable. So, yes. So all the things, whenever I come live, that's when we're going to activate everything on the website. Okay. So it's not going to be a 3:00 launch. It's if I'm live, that means the new stuff for the day has gone up on the website. Yeah. I mean, we're getting to the point where this baby doesn't fit in clothes. I mean, even my maternity clothes. Now, if you are timid about skin, I'm about to show a lot of skin. This is how my clothes fit now. This shirt does actually go over my belly, but I have to keep it there. It won't stay there. So like I've been walking around the warehouse and it just whoop, goes right back up. So it's been fun. Was that too sexy for you guys? I gave you warning. Warning. All right. Yeah, my kids constantly, I'm like, why is your belly button so weird? Anywho, she's got 21 more days to cook in there. So now that I'm live, all the stuff for today is up. I'm actually due March 17th, Shannon, but not twins. No way. If there was twins, I wouldn't even tell you guys because I would secretly just send one to California to one of my best friends, my friend Jennifer. I told her if something happens and this one becomes two babies, I'm not doing that again. I'm just sending one to California. I know it's gone by super fast. Time has flown because when I got pregnant, I was like, oh, we have a whole year before this baby gets here. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have stuff. We're good. I have stuff, but nothing is set up. We've literally put everything in storage bins and it's in storage bins. So that's my parents are going to get here a couple days early just to like take all the covers off the, because I bought all used. I'm a used person. I don't need brand new stuff. I don't need to spend a gajillion dollars on it. So I got a used stroller and car seats and things like that. So my mom's gonna help me wash everything and kind of like set up our bassinet and stuff. So, because I'm like, I haven't done any of it. I don't have time. Two, I'm so tired all the time. Nothing like a baby bump. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah. So in our house, we call it a baby Betty kiss. When the kids walk by, I go boom, and I bump them in the back of the head with my tummy or in the face. I'll like straight up like just bop them, and I'm like, baby Betty wants to give you a kiss. So now they'll walk over and I'm like, I want a Betty kiss, and they'll just like wait, and then I'll just boop, boosh, bop them in the face with my belly. It's really cute. Okay. So that being said, so they give me a kiss, and then they're like, good night, mom. And they're like, baby Betty, good night. And then I go, boop, and bop them in the face. Oh, I don't have time to nest. I'm not going to have time to nest. Nope. I'm raising triplets, and we have a farm, and I'm running a business. So there's no time. It's fine. I'm not a nester anyway. I didn't really nest with the triplets either. It's not my thing. I'm not that typical, like, floofiness. I'm just like, this baby's gonna get in, she's gonna pop out, I'm gonna hook her onto my boob, we're gonna go. I'm gonna wear her all the time. She don't need all the extra stuff. I had everything in it, everything with the triplets, and I bought a bunch of stuff from other triplet moms that were getting rid of stuff, and so we had like 3 of this, 3 of that, 3 of that. But I don't know. I don't even really know what nesting is, I guess. But yeah, baby's gonna get in where she fits in. I am not stressed about it. Okay, so the things that are up on the website today, there's a full sheet of these guys. Now, this is kind of a fun theme, but this is the full sheet of these. These are the little splotches and patches that you can kind of plop, plop, plop around on your tumbler. I made them all different patterns with all different sizes. So you could do like a cow cup and a zebra cup or giraffe cup. So somebody was just asking for tiger stuff and giraffe stuff, and I said, you just wait. My mom is gonna do my nesting. She's gonna be the one who washes everything and gets it ready. So this is you guys. So we got all the animals on one sheet. Many animals. Okay, we got cheetah, cow, tiger, giraffe, all in one. All fun colors. Okay, so this is a full sheet. That's up on the website. Then there's farts and tarts. I forgot to ask how she did these. I think these are a set. If there's, where do I find all my recipes for my sourdough goodies? I'm in a couple sourdough Facebook groups, but really I just go on Pinterest and type in sourdough. And then when you're cooking sourdough, you put in it's called discard. And so then I look up discard sourdough waffles, discard sourdough chocolate chip cookies, discard blueberry muffins, discard lemon bars. And you find all the discard recipes. So like discard is when you feed your starter, you have to scoop some out. Otherwise your jar just keeps filling up. So you scoop some out And if it's not live and active, like right after feeding, it's called discard. Still use it. You use it in other things, and it tastes amazing. So yeah, they're called discard recipes. I just go to Pinterest, really. And I follow a guy named on his sourdough journey on Instagram, and he's kind of like an experimenter, and I like his stuff. So these are up on the website. I believe these are as a set. They're all separated here in my bin, but I believe these are sold as a set. To the website, Gina says. So these are all to be like wraps for your tumblers. Okay, so you can make like banners. Okay, so they're like collars. Okay, so there's one, and they're all fun, like kind of wild Victorian style. Okay, two. They go with they match with the splotches. These are kind of like meant to all kind of loop loop together. Okay, so this number 2. I like this one. Number 3. Yeah, set of 5. Okay, thank you, Monica. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure we talked about it and they were set. Okay, number 4. Number 5. Okay. Ugh. Okay. So there is a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set of 5 collars. Okay. They're just kind of fun, like edgy Victorian, like, I don't know, Nouveau, I don't know, craziness. All right. Then there are 3. I don't have a white piece of paper, so I'll use this box because these can be hard. These are designed where they will either fit horizontally on a larger tumbler, or they will fit vertically on a tall, narrow tumbler. Okay. So we've got this one that says "You are enough." So it can go this way. They're very large, and they can go this way. Number 5. I didn't even keep track of which one I was doing. Okay, you are enough. Know your worth. Okay. Up. Well, I put mine this way. Know your worth. Okay. And beautiful soul. We got this one back. You guys love this one. It sold out really fast. But now we're doing this one as an individual. Okay. Beautiful soul. When I put it on my cup, I prefer it this way. I like the words to start at the bottom, but it's all personal preference. If you are selling a cup to somebody, ask them what their preference is. Because if somebody made me a cup and it went this way, I would say that's upside down. Because to me, my brain likes it this way. So that when I drink, I can read beautiful soul. Okay. But some people look at that and say, that's upside down. Hello, Nikki. So for everybody just joining, the reason I'm live at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, my lives from here until after this baby is born, I'm going to be just coming live when I feel good. I'm not going to try to hit the 3 o'clock marker because generally I'm not feeling great. So I am just going to start coming live when I feel good during the afternoon. It might be 11 in the morning. It might be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. You will get a battle box sneak peek. You're not going to get it today because I did not. They're working on it right now, actually. I will. Can I bring it up on this phone? Let me see if I can bring it up on this phone. I have this is my other phone, but I don't know that I have the file on this phone, access to it. I can tell you what's in it. There are going to be black rose outlines in instant transfers. There's going to be a little jar of glitter, and there will be a top up if you want to get the whole ounce. There's going to be an acrylic blank to make a keychain, and it is a 20-ounce hydro flask, sublimation ready, with a handle. Not a handle like this, like a sport handle that like hinges down, and then you can pick it up and carry it. Mainly because I wanted that tumbler, because that's in my brain, that's the perfect baby bag tumbler for myself, because I'm not going to have hands to be able to carry this big 40-ounce around now that the baby's coming. I'm gonna need something that seals up, doesn't leak, and can be just tossed and thrown and taken with me because it's gonna get chucked in, but like with the stroller, and so I can put a carabiner on it with the handle, and I can put a carabiner on it and clip it to the side of the stroller, or a carabiner on it and clip it to the side of my diaper bag, and it can just be my easy grab and go. So, but it's going to be a 20 ounce. It's really cool. I just created the graphic for it, but it's not up yet. So it's going to be there, and I do not have my computer. Shoot, I should have brought I almost brought my computer, but I was like, man, I'm not going to need anything because I could have given you guys the price and everything. It's another low good deal one. It's going to be under, I believe it's under $25. So it's going to be another one that blows out really fast. I know. I want to stay feeling good too. Okay, let's keep going though, because there's new things. There's a new pot. It's a new mold. It's a snail. This top part is not part of the mold. That's your stabilizer, so that when you turn it upside down and you pour epoxy it, this part is just there to keep it level. Like it's like the sturdiness of it. Julie did one. It's a little planter. See, it has a little divot there, so you can turn it into a little planter, or holds M&Ms on your desk or whatever, like your little goodies. It's super cute out. It's got the cutest little face. She made a video of this, but Julie is officially on maternity leave starting today. There's two new babies in the world. Her babies were born at 5:30 this morning, so Julie will be out for a couple weeks. She says 1 week, but we're like, girl, there's no way. So we're gonna give her some time. So so the video is probably not gonna get edited. So this is up there. This little snail is up there. There's also a cowboy hat. It's a rustic cowboy hat. It's hard to see it, but it makes a cute little cowboy hat. You can drill a hole through it and make it a straw topper.
Can you check your jacket?
For what?
The keys.
No, I don't have them in my pocket. I put them in that bag.
Oh,
You look around. Use your eyeballs.
I did. And then I gotta clean up on the laptop.
Yeah, it's definitely in that bag. I remember putting them in there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's so dirty. He's been crawling around under the house. Cowboy hat. Makes a little bitty cowboy hat. Super cute. Okay, and then the last but not least, this is a little cactus. It can be a little planter. This would be super cute with little succulents in it. But it's got a thing, so it could be a pen holder. It can be a holder for your stir sticks. It can be a makeup brush holder. But it's a little cactus. This is a very sturdy mold. It could probably, I bet that's the size to hold a tea light too. That looks a little small maybe. But it's deep, so it's a little deeper, so it can hold something, you know. For me, it would be all my little utensils for my bread making. How are we going to survive for no Julie for 2 weeks? Oh, we're good. She got a lot done before she left. We knew it was coming. She's been struggling just like me for weeks, so we're ready. It just means there won't be new social media videos for a little while. So we're good. All right, so those are all the new things on the website. They're all up on the website today. The so the three new molds and new instant transfers. All right. She has 2 girls. She's having 2 girls. They're fraternal. 2 fraternal girls. Okay. Now let's dive in. I know Julie is super fun to have in the warehouse. She's like me. She's a very big personality. And we sit facing each other. Our desks face each other, like touching, like we're literally face to face. So we just sit and yammer all day and laugh. So it's fun. All right. Now, I'm going to dive into epoxy work. Oh, we got to go through some stuff really quick. Just things you need to know. 1, the epoxy that I am now using, the link is in our Facebook group. At the very top of the Facebook group, there's featured posts. The link to that epoxy is there. If you ever need it, you can make a post in the group that says, hey, what is the link? And my moderators will link you to it. It's also, if you go onto our website and click our Amazon store, it's going to be under epoxy supplies and tools. It is linked in there. It is a really good deal. Um, you love my new due date because our babies are going to be born on the same day. She's already over 5 pounds though. She's a big baby. So if you want to jam in, this is the epoxy I'm using. I have been very happy with it. It's very easy to use and it's very reasonably priced. There was many things that went into me hunting for the right epoxy, and that's why it took so long. Also because I'm just, there's a lot going on. But ultimately, I'm not affiliated with this company whatsoever. I don't know these people. I know nothing about them. I just know the basics. I would have just been buying epoxies. They have not like reached out to me in any way or like bribed me or like anything. They have an affiliate program. But I would have to link you for an affiliate program. I'd have to link you to their actual website, which is great. And I would make money on getting you guys there. However, it's like $20 more to buy it from their regular website because you have to pay shipping and it's more expensive. The link that I have for you guys is the same exact product. I bought it from Amazon. It's the same exact product. I bought it on Amazon. It is like $10 or $11 cheaper than it is on their website. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, it's shipping for free. So you save like $20 going to Amazon through my link to Amazon. So that's why I'm not doing an affiliate program with a company, because I'm like, I don't need the like 25 cents I would make on it. I don't know what their program is. I don't know how it works. But I'm like, I don't need that. I would rather you guys save $20. This set that I have, okay, it's half-gallon jug, so it's a half gallon, so it's 1 gallon total, is only $55. So it's a really good deal, and Amazon Prime will ship it to you for free. So, and I've really liked it. It's done beautifully on my cups. It does not retract from the edge. It does not bulk up anywhere as long as you're using the right amount. I've actually used less per application than I even do with Literally in Rose. So normally for a 20 ounce, I'd do like 20, 22, 23, 24 grams. With theirs, I'm using like 17 grams per coat. So it's a little bit thicker, and I'm using less. So there's that. It hasn't fisheyed on me once. I haven't had one fisheye. So it's very user friendly. And it's worked in a cold environment and a warm environment here. One of the days that I started it was super humid. And it's done very, very beautiful and done well, and the price is right. And so that is why I decided to go ahead and back it with you guys. I'm always frugal, so I love the price and I just really like the workability of it. So the link is, if you go to our Facebook group, Literally in Rose, Tumblers and Epoxy Art, it is at the top under the featured posts, right at the top. Okay, the link is right there. Just go blink and it will take you right to it. Okay. I am an Amazon affiliate. I have been since day one of this company. It was like one of the first things I ever did with Literally in Rose startup. So I do make like pennies on the dollar. I don't even pay attention to it. I don't make that much money. It's more just having the links accessible to you guys and making it easy. So it doesn't change your guys' price whatsoever. And it's very minimal. All right. So that being said, there's that. 2, the freebie on the website. I'm going to go over this because we've weirdly in the last 2 weeks, I don't know if it's that we've just had a lot more newbies, but they're not really newbies. Because we can see how many orders they've placed, and maybe they've just never heard it or don't know, they've never seen a Wednesday Live or something. The free water slide that comes with the live mix, you have to buy the live mix. If you just put the water slide in your shopping cart, it will not ship to you. The girls just like on the list on your packing slip, it says free with live mix number 127, read description. And then so they won't put it in your order. If you don't have the live mix in your order, it's just the freebie. They highlight read description and they don't send it. We have had a lot of people lately, this last couple weeks, putting it in their cart as just getting it as a freebie And then when it doesn't ship to them, they're messaging customer service saying, I didn't get this in my order. And then we have to go through a whole process of explaining, read the description and screenshotting and sending the description. I'm not being sassy with anyone. If you're new, you just don't know, but read the description literally means read the description so you understand. And the description says must purchase 1 week. It was 3 randomly, but it's normally must buy 5 of the live mix to get the 1 for free. So my sweet husband, he's like, can you re-explain this? Because there's a lot of these. It's like, yes. So if you do not qualify for it and you put it in your cart, it just will not ship to you. Just because you put it in your cart doesn't mean it's going to show up, because it will allow you to put it in your cart and ring out. It will stay in your shopping cart, but it will not. Whoever packs your order, when they see that, they always look on the order, see if it actually qualified, and if it didn't, then you don't get it. That was 1. 2. This has happened a couple times. We've had a couple questions about this, about stuff just not. They put it in their cart and then it disappears. If you put something in your shopping cart and while you're shopping around, it disappears from your shopping cart, it is disappeared from your shopping cart because it has sold out. When you put something in your shopping cart, it does not mean that you own it. It means that when you put it in your cart, it was available. But if 500 other people are shopping on the website at the same time and they all buy it and check out before you and it sells out, it will automatically, the system just takes it out of your cart. It will be gone. So it's not held for you. There's not a hold on it when it's in your shopping cart. It's just in your shopping cart. But we still only have a certain amount of items. And so there's no holds on anything. If it's in your shopping cart, it's only in your shopping cart unless it sells out. If it sells out, then it will come out of your shopping cart. So if you put in live mix 128 and you go back and look at other things and you forget about your cart and 20 minutes later you go back, or whatever it is, it could even be seconds, because it might sell out it might even sell out while you're trying to check out. We don't know. We have no control of it. Whenever it sells out, it will just disappear from your shopping cart. And we call that cart napped. You were cart napped because somebody else checked out before you and they bought the last one, and so it disappeared from your shopping cart. We have no control of that. We don't have magical extra product. We do generally keep back like 3 or 4 of the item, but not for that scenario, not to like make sure you get it. It is there in case like an order completely gets obliterated and by the post office, or like somebody's epoxy explodes in their package and it destroys all the other items in there. Like we can replace things, but if those few are not there, they're not there to be like, it's sold out before I could shop. Can I get there? We will tell you, no, there's nothing available. But that is what's happened. So if it disappears from your cart, it's because it's sold out. It's an item that's sold out. If you go back the next day and you're like, but it's on the website, but it came out of my cart, what's probably happened is we guesstimate when we do live mix, because I just dump stuff in. We guesstimate and we put up 500 bags. The 500 bags sell out. The girls then that night will bag it. And so if you had it in your cart and it sold out, it disappeared from your cart. But the next day it might show that it's available because the girls bagged it and we had 525 bags. We will put up the extra 25 bags the next day and be like, we re-upped it. The system will not magically like alert you or anything. Cart jacking. Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to explain those for anybody who gets confused or doesn't know what's going on. We apologize. I'm not a web developer. Our guys are on it. They said this is the best option we have. Will I show the octopus tumbler? Yeah, this is the big octopus. We have this mold on the site. It's a big octopus mold. We also have some jellyfish, and I used mica powders. And I put the gears and cogs in the head and made it kind of steampunky. And then because I use the deep pour epoxy, our deep pour epoxy, the Lily and Rose, it stays flexible longer because it cures at a lower temperature. So it cures slower. And so when it was real pliable and flexible, I took the whole mold in itself, wrapped it around the tumbler, took big heavy duty rubber bands and wrapped it and I put a silicone sleeve over the cup. Sorry, put a silicone mat around the cup, then wrap the tumbler with the octopus and rubber banded it down so that it like curved around the cup, and then finished the curing process curved around the cup with the rubber bands. Once it's cured for a few days, then we pulled the rubber bands off and then peeled it out, and it fits like a glove onto the tumbler. And then we glued it down with quick cure epoxy. Yep, we did it at Emily's house. All right, so that is the big octopus. He is that big mold is on the website, as well as the jellyfish. Okay, so let's get cracking. So I just wanted to explain those couple things to you guys. Just because it's free doesn't mean it's just a freebie. If it says read description, it means there's qualifiers for it. The free test water slide is always free, okay? But like free dump bucket, free free with it usually says with purchase of So the live mix one says free with live mix 127, read description, and in the description it goes, it's more explains it a little bit better. Okay. Hi, Marie. All the new stuff for the day is up on the website. So if you want to jump in and grab the instant transfers and stuff, sorry, I got to go turn the heater off. I kicked it on for a few minutes because it was pretty chilly in here. Sorry, guys, I'm coming. I don't even walk fast at this point. You should, let alone run, because it gets my heartbeat up too fast. Here she is. I am here, humongous. My shirts don't cover it anymore. I missed questions. Yeah. It's huge. My belly is so big. All right. Now, y'all, let me turn my. It's gonna get real loud, turning on the vents and stuff. It might. All right, now. Hi guys. I'm feeling okay today. That's why we're live early, because I'm actually feeling good. So I was like, you know what? Since I feel good and I have energy and I don't have heartburn and I'm not, my heart's not pounding out of my chest, like my blood pressure isn't real high right now. I'm like, I'm gonna go live while I'm feeling good instead of working through it and doing what everything else, and then potentially being miserable at 3:00 and coming live. It was like yesterday that I know. That's why we were just talking about that, Nikki, how time just flew through this year. All right. So, y'all, sorry, we're gonna be live on TikTok as well. So the new stuff is up on the website if you missed it. We went ahead and launched it since whatever time hi Heidi, whatever time I go live now from now until the baby is born, it's gonna be random. I'm gonna just decide like I feel good now, I'm gonna jump on a live. Because I can sit quietly miserable and on my computer in the garage in the warehouse and kind of push through it. It's a lot harder to be like breathing heavy and trying to wear a mask and hang out with you guys when I have raging heartburn or high blood pressure or whatever. So I feel great right now, so we're gonna dive in because I want to get some of these tumblers done. I get excited about these cups as much as you guys do. Oh yeah, there is a BOGO today. I'm sorry. Yes, there's a BOGO. It's the coupon code is FEB BOGO, and it's on all pink, yellow. Is it orange, Em? Pink, yellow, and orange glitters. Yes. So the announcement is in the Facebook group. If you go to the Facebook group, BOGO code pink, orange, and yellow. So it's a buy one get one free on all pink, orange, and yellow glitters today. So if you buy an orange and a yellow and you use the FEB BOGO, FEB BOGO, you will buy one get one free, equal or lesser value of the pink, yellow, and orange glitters. We're kind of getting ready to go into like the spring colors and the sunset colors or the summertime colors. So that's your BOGO code for today. Almost forgot about it. All right. All right. All right. So I'm wearing my chemical respirator. I have my nitrile gloves going on. Hi, guys. And we're going to dive in. Now, we are going to be doing epoxy. I'm going to be working on this tumbler. Okay. This tumbler has Ocean and Naveen, Navean, Naveen, and Ocean. Ocean is one of our chameleon glitters. You can see the color shift. He goes purple, aqua blue. It's even more dramatic in person. The camera doesn't quite pick it up, but he's up on the website. Okay, so we're going to do him. He needs another coat of epoxy to get a nice smooth coat. Sherry. He needs another coat of epoxy to get a nice smooth coat before we can add decals onto it. All right, so I am going to grab my cup. We just use medicine cups. You can also use reusable silicone cups. Simple little stir stick. Okay. I'm doing these by volume, not by weight. If you have a hard time seeing the lines on here, just take a permanent marker and mark off like your 10 line and then your 20 line so you know what lines, so it's a little easier to see. So I don't know if this is really a good pen. We've got 10 mLs and 20 mLs. So I make little marks on the cup. I don't even know if you guys, it's very pastel. I can see it. I don't have any actual black Sharpies on my desk. It gets spilled. Bye, Sherry. All right. So we're going to do 10 mLs. Perfect. So I am the baby wipe queen. I keep my epoxy area very neat. I wipe everything off. All right, we got 10 mLs of A. And we're going to add 10 mLs of B. I haven't converted these into smaller bottles. I just frankly haven't had the time. The other day I poured them into smaller cups and then poured it in a smaller cup. So we're just going for it. All right, if you guys have ever seen me stir epoxy on camera, I stir very, very fast. You can too. It doesn't actually
hurt the epoxy. You will get a lot of bubbles stirring it this fast, but I just use my torch to gently remove them, and I don't have an issue with bubbles. Once you get very comfortable with your epoxy, bubbles stop being a problem. No, it doesn't matter if it's A or B first, Catherine. You can just pour whichever one you grab first, B or A. If you are in a cold climate and you have to warm up your epoxy, do not warm up both A and B. Only warm up one. Because if you warm up both, you're going to get a flash cure. But yes, you can mix, you can put A in the cup first or B. It does not matter. So if you watch, I scrape the outside of the container multiple times. I also push the flat end of the stir stick all the way against the bottom and scrape the bottom, and I scrape the stir stick. This is what you need to do to avoid getting any sticky spots or uncured epoxy. If you do not do this step, you will have sticky spots. You've got to scrape, scrape, scrape. It's like when you are making a batch of brownies and you pour the powdered stuff in and then you put your liquid in and you start mixing it. A bunch of the powder kind of sticks around the outside edge. If you were to then take that and not scrape that down and mix it and you pour that batter and you have big lumps of patches of powder. That's the best analogy I can give you. If you don't, and then the unmixed brownie won't cook because it's not mixed with all the other ingredients. It's the same with epoxy. If you don't get that scraped in there and then mixed in, okay, you're going to have uncured epoxy. Okay. When you stir fast like that, you don't have to do 3 minutes. You just got to make sure it's properly stirred. I always clean my stir stick right away. That way I don't accidentally put it down and put my arm on it, get it in my shirt, get on my clothes. Okay. Clean it right away, baby wipes, easy peasy. Okay. This cup is ocean. So now if you're someone who struggles with getting epoxy on the butt or getting it in, or you get it inside, okay, I'm going to show you some tips to easily coat your butt without making a big sloopy mess, and how you can avoid getting the epoxy on the inside. Okay, because the epoxy going on the inside makes it a big pain to get it out. I have not had clean epoxy from the inside of a tumbler in years and years because of the way I apply my epoxy. You don't need to buy special guards or shields for that. Just do what I'm showing you guys here. When you drop your epoxy down on your tumbler, you have it mixed equal parts, okay? Put it about 1 inch below the lip of the tumbler and push your finger down away from the top. Okay, we're not applying it right at the lip. We're applying it right about here on the tumbler and then going down away from the neck. This glitter is stupid pretty under epoxy. It's crazy. So we're applying a second coat of epoxy over this glitter. It's chunky glitter. Our goal is to get it to a nice smooth surface so that we can apply some fun details to it. And you can see as I go around, I am not working my way. I'm not working on this top part. There's no epoxy up here yet. Okay, I'm just working the epoxy down the tumbler from about 1 inch below the neck, the top, down, okay? Now, to coat your butt, don't try to scoop your epoxy out of your cup and then slap it onto your cup. Put your epoxy right on the edge and then push it over and work it on, okay? Just pour the amount that you are good with working with. Don't pour too much, otherwise you'll end up with a big bloopy glop. Just a little bit at a time. If you need more, just pour a little more and push it off and over. So you pour the epoxy on the edge and then push it over. And that way you get nothing on your table. You don't waste any. Okay, less mess. Now, to go back up here, now address this area. When you get to here, what you're now going to do is you're going to take your finger from about here and you're just going to gently slide up and go all the way past the lip. Okay, we are not going back down, only up. And we're dragging just a little bit of that epoxy with us to coat that edge. Only up. Only up all the way past. Keep going right on past. Over and up. Over and up. Over and up. We call it the swoop up. Swoop up. Swoop up. Swoop up. Swoop up. Epoxy is a self-leveling product. Okay? And that's why we swoop up. When it gets to that edge, it's a doming, it domes and it self-levels. So when you push it to this edge and you go straight past, it will stop right there and it will dome up on the edge. And if you push a tidal wave of epoxy that way, then yes, you're going to push it a block of epoxy off. I'm not applying any pressure. I'm just gently smoothing my finger over the top and dragging just a little bit of epoxy with me, and then I'm getting that edge coated, and I'm going right past it. If you take your finger, if you're going like this, every time your finger goes down, the edge of the tumbler is scraping the glove right there, and it's basically just sliding all that epoxy off your glove, and where's it going? Straight inside your cup. Because you're going back down along that edge. If you only go up, the epoxy will stop on that edge and stay there. So that's really important. We call this swoop up. Okay, I've got a little more epoxy. I want a little bit more coverage on this coat, so we're just gonna dribble a little bit more. It will self-level into place as this cup turns. And you can see it's muscle memory for me. Anytime I go to the top, I only go up. So no matter what I do in the middle, when I go up, I only go up. Okay. Now, I don't need this coat to be super duper thick. I just want this to be like the last coat before all the details are added. Okay, so we're going to stop here. Now, by only using one finger, it's super easy to clean with a baby wipe. I don't have a big mess all over my hands because I didn't apply it. When you use your full hands, you waste a ton of epoxy that gets stuck on your glove that you're never going to get off. And you're going to have to baby wipe it off to clean it, or you just strip your glove off and throw it away. By only using one finger, you can scrape that one finger into your cup, and then you have a very little residue left, and you just wipe that one finger, and it just makes it very easy to clean up with little waste, okay? So now this cup, we will torch it real quick. When you torch your tumbler, guys, I use a kitchen torch. You want the flame to brush the surface of the tumbler. You do not want to pause at all. You want to move quickly across the surface and do not pause. If you pause, you will burn your epoxy. Burnt epoxy looks like 1,000 micro bubbles. So if you're working on your tumbler and you're like, there's this area that has so many micro bubbles and I can't get rid of them, it is most likely because you're focused too hard on that one area, gotten the epoxy way too hot. It has flash cured on you under the flame or the heat. And flash curing is like a gajillion little micro bubbles. So you've probably already flash cured and overheated your epoxy. All right. So you want to just keep that torch going. You want to go around the cup about once, hit the butt, and be done. You do not want to actually warm up your epoxy. The goal of that flame is not to heat the epoxy. It is to brush the flame over the surface of the tumbler. What happens there is the CO2 from the flame attracts the oxygen from the little bubbles and it pulls them to the surface. You do not want to overheat your epoxy, okay? So that's why I do it. I go with it while it turns around one round, then I stop. I will let this sit for 5 to 10 minutes so that the epoxy goes back to neutral. And then if I have to do it again, that's when I will do it again. I do not just keep going until all the bubbles are gone. Now, there's no bubbles now, but if you were still and you're like, oh, there's a couple more, let it sit for 5 minutes. Those bubbles may release themselves naturally on their own. But if they're still there in 10 minutes, do another round of torching. But don't torch over and over and over and over and over and over relentlessly because you're going to heat up your epoxy too high. You could get a flash cure. You could create epoxy fish eyes. You can also create a problem with the epoxy because you've heated it too high. That will now make it more brittle and yellow faster once it's cured. Okay, I'm going to move this into the turning room. All right, grab another tumbler. All right, now this cup is actually smooth. But this, I was experimenting with this new epoxy, and this was the one that not the one, but one of the ones that I measured by weight instead of volume. And so it's I would say it's cured, but it has a weird little tack to it, and so it needs a very thin coat. I just have a little bit of epoxy left of that last round. Now, if you are not epoxying very, very close together with your epoxies, like your layers of epoxy, don't mix one batch with another. If you're doing it within 5 minutes, like this round, then it's okay. But if 20, 30 minutes passes between mixing that batch and applying it in the next batch, then do not mix batches. Okay? Because it starts the curing process and you'll end up with like fogginess in your epoxy with the two of them not being cured together. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing here. We're going to do 10 mLs and 10. I haven't transitioned this into the smaller bottles yet. Right. Two drops. Okay. Now, if you are new to epoxy and you watch me and you're like, oh my gosh, she just moves so fast. I've been working with epoxy for many years. And half the things that you see me do on camera are just muscle memory. I try to remember to explain what I'm doing. If there's any questions that you have, feel free to jump in and ask. That's why I'm live. It's to answer questions. Okay, I mix very quickly on camera. You do not have to mix slow. It's not a requirement. The reason they tell you to mix slow is to avoid bubbles. I don't worry about bubbles because I'm going to remove them with the torch. Y'all don't want to sit and watch me tediously mix this for 3 minutes. If you are just jumping on, yes, I'm live at earlier in the day from my normal time. I actually I feel good right now. So I got to tighten my mask. It's sliding down my face. I'm feeling really good right now, so I thought this would be a good time to come live instead of maybe later when I'm exhausted. So I'm going to be starting to go live from now until the baby is born, whenever I feel good throughout the day. It's not going to be a scheduled time anymore. I'm just going to try to come live when I feel good, and because I want to craft during my lives. I don't want to just be so tired that this is exhausting for me. I love crafting, and this is my favorite part of the day. So I'm going to just start jumping on whenever I feel like I have the go power. That being said, yes, I am pregnant, and yes, I am working with epoxy. This is not me condoning and saying that it's safe to do this with a baby. I work in a very controlled environment. I'm an epoxy artist. I have multiple air purifiers, VOC air purifiers going. I'm wearing a VOC chemical respirator. I have nitrile gloves on. I also have a very high-powered ventilation system in this room that pulls air out of this room and fresh air is pushed into this room. I know that my safety equipment is up to code, like up to snuff, like it's a very, very good equipment. I test my mask regularly. I feel very comfortable and safe that I've protected my body from any kind of fumes or harmful anything. I do not know your environment, so I cannot tell you if your environment is safe. I cannot tell you if what you're doing is okay. I'm not there. So I do not say this is okay. There's people who do this in their kitchen with their family home and their kids and their pets. This is not something you want to do in your kitchen. There's a lot of bad information out there about epoxy art. It's scary, and so I got to be very careful. Make sure you guys know that here safety will always come first. To me, wearing a mask is not an option. It is not a personal choice. A lot of people go, it's my personal choice to not wear one. I work with people say, oh, my stuff is VOC free, or mine is not hyperallergenic, and blah, blah, blah. None of that matters when you're in the hospital with COPD or raging asthma or chemical burns in your throat or sinuses. Doesn't matter. You can make a personal choice to also jump in front of a bus, but we don't do that, right? So I do not believe in the words, it's a personal choice when it comes to a mask and nitrile gloves. If you're working with epoxy, you need to wear a VOC chemical respirator and nitrile gloves. When you mix part A and B together, you are creating a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction. Whether you like it or not, or smell it, or anything, doesn't matter. It's creating vapors. You should not be breathing those in. Okay, VOC-free epoxy still creates vapors. It just doesn't create a certain type of vapor. You're still breathing stuff in. There's no reason to do that. There's no need for that. Wear a chemical respirator, y'all. It's controversial. People get real mad at others when they say that. But this is no joke. If you are in the world of construction, epoxy in the world of construction is highly regulated. Highly regulated. In the craft world, there's no regulatory government outlet that regulates the craft industry. So nobody's being fined or told or watched over or anything in the crafting world. So it has become kind of a wives' tale that it's okay to not wear this. It is not okay. Please do not do this in your home with animals or kids or anything present. This stuff is serious. If you take the proper precautions, it's perfectly fine to work with, but you need to take care of yourself. Yes, so if you guys are just jumping on, all the new products on the website have been launched for the day. So you can go to iwantglitter.com, click on today's deals. You're going to see the new instant transfer decals that launched today. A lot of the ones from last week have sold out. Sorry, guys. You guys are crazy shoppers. There's still some of the Craft Addicts mix that we mixed on Friday available. I told you guys I mixed a huge batch. So I wanted to make sure that it would last maybe even a week before it sold out. And it's so far, we're doing good. There's probably like 60 bags left. The Craft Addicts mix. The new instant transfers are out on the website, and today's coupon code is FEBBOGO. So FEBBOGO, FEBBOGO. In all caps, one word. That's going to get you buy one, get one free on all of our yellow, pink, and orange glitters. Yellow, pink, and orange glitters. They're like sunset colors. All yellow, pink, and orange glitters are buy one, get one free today if you use the code FEBBOGO. Okay? Thank you, Gina. All right, I'm going to move this cup into my turning room. Holy farts and tarts, you guys. Ocean looks amazing. In the light in there. There's a light in there like a super sharp LED pinpoint light. And that looks amazing. Okay, let's see. What do I got? What do I got? What do I want to do here? I've got about 10 grams. I have a small cup. We'll just dive in. Okay. This guy needs one more coat. This is this is the Little and Really printable vinyl. You know, we have packs of vinyl that you can print your images on. This is printed on our vinyl. Okay, so this is a printable vinyl with this beautiful turtle on it. This is going to one of my friends. He's a big turtle fan. he saw this cup and he's like, please. Actually, his wife said, please. I said, of course, Tom gets whatever he wants. So I'm just finishing this one up. It just needs a final coat. It's pretty good. I dropped it. It was actually done, and then I dropped it, and I've got a big chip up here. And so I'm basically just adding a couple coats to make sure that chip is sealed. I told him if I fix it, it's going to take 6 more months because I'm never going to get time to just sit and work on the fix. I said, but I can slap some epoxy over it, seal that little chip in from the top. It's going to have a little chip up there, but you'll have your cup. He's like, I'd rather have it now than wait 6 months to a year because you guys know me. It'll get stuck on the shelf of something to get done, and it will never get done. Also, I lost this tumbler for like 3 months. I couldn't find it, and then when I found it, I was so excited, and then I fumbled it and dropped it. So I'm doing the same thing here as I do on all my tumblers. I apply the epoxy about 1 inch below the lip, slide it down, and bring that epoxy down, not up. Okay, and then a little bit more. Okay, so I just push the epoxy down. And I'm staying about 1 inch below that lip. That's how we avoid getting epoxy down inside the tumbler. Just by staying in complete control of the epoxy and only going down to start. Once we get that all smooth, and I actually don't think I need to make more epoxy. We're going to be fine. This is plenty. Anytime I drip, it drizzled off my glove a little bit. So I just quickly cleaned it up. I always wipe it up. Okay, this is going to go off the butt. Okay. To apply the epoxy, put the epoxy on the edge and push it over the edge. This cup doesn't need a big heavy layer. Okay, now to do the top, we're doing the swoop up. Okay. I'll change the angle so you guys can see it. There's the chip right there. So we're just swooping. Now we're taking our finger from about halfway down the middle and bringing it up and going up and past the lip. Okay, I do not go back down, only up. Only up. This is how you avoid getting epoxy down on the inside of the tumbler. If you scrape back down, you scrape all that epoxy that's on your gloved finger right to the inside of the cup. There's that chip. We're going to make sure there's a good amount of epoxy there. Today's coupon code is FEB BOGO, FEB BOGO. Sorry, my ventilation fans are really loud. Sometimes it makes it a little hard to hear. Today's coupon code is FEB BOGO. It's for buy one, get one free of all of our pink, yellow, and orange glitters. And we also just launched a bunch of new instant transfers today. New molds. There's new Craft Addicts mix up there. There's a lot of new product on the website. You're making a geo coaster. I see you, Eileen. All right. I'm going to torch over this one. I use a kitchen torch. I know the question is, what is better, a torch or a heat gun? There's a very big difference. The heat gun, all it does is warm up the epoxy. It makes it more mobile and fluid so that the bubbles, as the epoxy rolls around and moves around, the bubbles can release on top. When you work with a torch, it's an actual science thing. Well, they're both science. But the CO2 of the flame attracts the oxygen and all those tiny little bubbles and actually pulls it to the surface. It's like reaching down to your friend's hand as they're falling off the cliff and grabbing their hand and yanking them up. We're pulling those bubbles out with the CO2 of this flame. Okay? So the goal is not to go, you want to go quickly. You don't want to pause. You want to move quickly over the surface. No stopping. No pausing, no stopping. Quick, fast movements. You let the flame brush the top of the surface of the cup, but you do not go slow enough where that heat actually affects your epoxy at all. Okay, so quick is the key here. Only go around once. We are not trying to warm up this epoxy. We are just letting the brush of that flame just raise the top of that epoxy very, very briefly and quick. And attracting all that oxygen forward. All right, that's it. Once you go around once, be done. If you need to, let it sit for 10 minutes, go back and do a second round. All right, so this cup is going to go in the turning room. All right. Taking my next service. All right. This cup has Live Mix 123 on it and bow. So bow is at the top. And then Live Mix 123. So he's going to go on one side. And I'm going to go with this guy on the other side. This guy's the one who doesn't. So we're going to adjust this guy down. Okay. This one was using multiples of our live mixes. Again, the coupon code, hey, Angel Wings. You switch platforms. This is using multiple live mixes. This is also using a sheet of double-sided adhesive sticky paper that we have. We have the double-sided adhesive on our website, guys. We cut it with a pattern from Etsy. Okay, and then we just pieced it together. We used a sheet of vinyl. This is from the Midnight Rider collection. We cut the vinyl the same that we cut the double-sided adhesive sheet, and then we just peeled and placed the vinyl on the double-sided adhesive sheet, as well as peeled and then added the glitters as well to get this pattern. So it's a very mid-century modern kind of looking tumbler. Okay, so she is ready. She needs one coat of epoxy to be smooth enough to start adding details. Okay. Now you'll see with this tumbler, this is a double turner that I've been testing. I do like it. It's definitely different. It's not my favorite in the sense that I like how slow my turner goes, but I think that's just because I've gotten so used to it over these years. This spins a lot faster, but again, I've gotten kind of used to the speed of this as well. The only thing with this one is it will not change rotation. But it goes faster. But for people who have smaller space and want a double turner, I would say yes, this is a thumbs up. I do keep using it, so I do like it. I am a single turner girl. I like being able to move one turner at times. And so I like being able to turn one turn at a time, or be able to prop one up or tilt it or whatever. When you have them both on the same, they can't move. This is it. All right. Hello. All right, TikTokers, I'm gonna go. If you want to continue this live, I will be live on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page and our Facebook group as continuing this live. But for now, I'm gonna get rid of one angle. So if you want to jump off this live, you can go follow us over there on YouTube or Facebook, our Facebook page or our Facebook group, and our YouTube channel. They're all listed under Lindley and Rose. So you guys can check us there. All right. See you later, TikTok. All right, that second camera was getting a lot. All right, if you want to stick around, I'm gonna talk to these two cups, and then I'm gonna show you guys swag bag sneak peeks. We will talk about the battle box that's gonna be coming out in 2 days. It's a great cup, and I will show you guys all the new product that launched on the website today. Okay, so let's get these guys going. I'm not gonna talk as much. I'm gonna whip through these two cups quickly. So for this one, I'm going to do 15 and 15. Mainly because I'm hoping to only mix one batch. And each cup takes 15 mLs. That's what we're shooting for, hopefully.
So,
Okay.
the plug guy's here.
Okay. Tell me to do the warehouse first.
He did do the warehouse first.
Oh. Well, you should have given me a heads up then.
He
Because I don't know.
house.
Huh?
He left in the house.
Oh, yeah, how to do that? I'm live.
Oh, the key's already in that bag. Anyway.
Then they're somewhere on that desk. They're somewhere over there. We're bug exterminators here. We get really bad scorpions. All right, here we go. We're going to mix this up. Stir, stir, stir. Yeah, if you all missed the very beginning of this live, there's some really cute new instant transfers. I love the phrases that are out today. Very inspirational, beautiful designs. And then some fun new collars and some patches, splotches. Bye, Angela. All right, here we go. I'm actually going to start with this tumbler first, because it's going to take less epoxy on that one. I like to use whatever's left over on the other one. This one just needs a little coat. Oh, I forget this one is backwards. Now I'm applying it backwards. This might get messy. My brain forgets. I can't. I'm used to going this direction, but I got to go this direction because this is backwards. Okay. Okay, then we'll scoop up, scoop up, scoop up, scoop up. Only going up. Okay, I'm gonna go over it twice, make sure I got it covered since it's going so fast. I'm gonna scoop up all the way around it a couple times. There we go. Okay, now push it and push it over the butt. Okay. The goal with this one is just to get another thin coat on there so that we have a nice smooth surface to add our decals and keep working. It's gonna get a couple more coats of epoxy, probably before it's finished. We're just trying to get it transitioned to the next spot. This one, this is the first coat. It's gonna take a little more epoxy because it's gotta go over the chunky glitter. It's the same process though. We're gonna go and push it down, swoop down. You're not trying to get full coverage on the first round. Just get the epoxy applied onto the cup. Okay, and like I said, this one's gonna take more epoxy because it's over rough glitter. There's a lot of speed bumps when it comes to doing that. This cup has been sealed with clear glossy spray paint to seal in the glitter. Again, we are not trying to get a smooth surface out of one coat of epoxy. If you apply too much epoxy in one coat, you'll get fish eyes and like what we call the boobs, where the epoxy kind of bunches up. Your goal with the epoxy on that first one is just to seal in the glitter, get that first step started. And then the second coat will be to cover to get the smooth surface. Okay, so you're really going for a smooth surface with 2 coats, and then apply your top coat, then apply your decals. So really 2 coats to get to your smooth surface. Okay, now we're swooping up. 5 more grams of epoxy for this cup probably would be the best. I'm not stressed about it. We're gonna make it work. Just gently applying very minimal pressure and only swooping up at this lip. Getting coverage. Covering all that glitter. It's good. All right, done. Like I said, this will not be a final coat. This is not expected to have a smooth surface after this. This one will not be smooth. All right. I'm not going to torch this one. It doesn't have enough glitter on it. We will torch this guy very briefly. When it spins this fast, I do go around twice. Hit that butt. Okay. Move this to the turning room. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. All right. Thank you guys. I see it. I see it. Thank you guys. I blocked her. How weird is that? All right. I blocked that person. Hello, Miss Michelle. All right. Really quick. Here is the new stuff for today. It's already up and active on the website. So you can go and shop. I came live early today, so we activated it early on the website. We're going to be doing that from now until whenever I try to come back with the baby. I'm going to basically be going live when I feel good. I happen to feel good right around 12 o'clock, and I was like, this is going to be my window. I'm going to jump on. That way I get some fun crafting. I get my me time. And I get some fun stuff done with you guys. And I wanted to advance and move forward. Now, that being said, we're going to go ahead and activate all the new stuff. So, new instant transfers. You are enough. We were just talking about mental health awareness. This one for me is a mental health awareness. You are enough. All your worth. And beautiful soul. Okay, those three are up on the website. They're all large. You can apply them horizontally or vertically. Okay, they're designed with going vertical in mind. So along like a big 20-ounce tumbler, like up and down on a 20-ounce tumbler this way. Then you have these fun animal patches, all different sizes, little minis, big ones, kind of splotch around on your cups. Y'all were asking for tiger and giraffe stuff, and I said stuff is coming. So you see, we got the giraffe spots, tiger spots, cheetah spots, cow spots, all fun colors. They are meant to match with the collars that are up. So they're kind of like this fun, cheeky vibe. Okay. These are a set of 5. These are meant to wrap your tumbler. So you got number 1. The new battle box comes out on the 7th. You have 2 more days for the battle box. Color number 2. This is like lace looking over here. It's hard to see. On camera. Color number 3. I love this one. Yeah, you have 2 more days, Michelle. Color number 3. This is a fun one. You can put a monogram on there. Oh, I'm missing one. Oh no, that was 4. That was 4. Sorry. 5. Okay. This is a set. So it's a set of 5. Okay, set of 5. Yes, I have. Oh, my heart is asking about the mood changing paint. I have used it. I don't like it on tumblers because the tumbler is double walled, so it's meant to not feel heat from the inside. And the outside, you put so much epoxy over the top of it to seal it in that it doesn't really change from the outside. So I'm not a big fan of it on tumblers. And I would put it on a black base. So if you were doing it on like a keychain or something or in some jewelry, I would do a black surface and then the mood change stuff. But it's really freaking expensive. Bye, Kim. All right, so these are your new instant transfers. You got the set of 5 collars. You got the full sheet of the fun patches. And then you have the 3 different phrases that are up on the website, okay? So those are the new items for today. There's a new mold. It's a cactus mold. It can hold pencils or your tools, your epoxy tools. There's a snail planter. There's a little planter thing. And there is a cowboy hat. You can drill a hole through this and make it a straw topper, or you can add a screw eye and make it a charm. You can add it as a 3D topper on your top of your tumblers. All right, that is the new stuff up on the website. It is all active now. All right. If you missed the Craft Addicts mix from Friday, sorry, I got to keep this on. If you missed the Craft Addicts mix on Friday, it is a cute one. Click on it. Its theme is circus. It's a loose theme. It's something that's very, very cute. My kids went bonkers over it. We were making keychains and fun stuff yesterday with it. I got pooped out, so when I get pooped out, they get pooped out. But I pooped out early, so we didn't get a ton of crafting done yesterday, but they just loved it. Oh, photons and stitches. There's a mood ring. It's like a paint that you can paint on that does like a mood ring. It changes with like heat. I don't necessarily recommend it for tumblers because it doesn't sense the heat from the cup and it doesn't sense the heat from under the epoxy, so it doesn't really work for tumblers. Yeah, mood paint, and it's really expensive. So that is all up on the website. Now, a quick sneak peek of swag bag stuff. Oh, it got jumbled up. Okay, for swag bag gold, swag bag sneak peek. This is going to be one of the instant transfers in the gold bag. Instant transfer number 2 in the gold bag. And then in the gold bag, you're going to get 3 fake cherries. Solar dust. Yeah, solar dust. So you're going to get 3 fake cherries and some clay sprinkles. You're also going to get white whipped topping and the white whipped topping and the piping straw, so you can make your 3D frosting tops, add your cherries and your sprinkles and make a super cute tumbler topper. So if you haven't dove into making one of those, the stuff that's in the gold bag is going to give you what you need to make a fun one. And then there's going to be 2 of these globes. They have a hole so they can go down on like the what's it called? Like down on a bead pen. You can drill the hole slightly larger and put it over a straw and make it a straw attachment. Fill it up, make a little snow globe. There's a lot of fun things you can do with these, okay? You're gonna get 2 of those. Okay, these are just a couple little sneak peeks. Okay. Diamond. Oh, I jumbled all the diamond stuff up. When left makes so hold on. Hold on. This was not a planned sneak peek. I just saw it sitting here, so I thought I'd show you guys real quick. In diamond, you're getting 2. Oh, and there's a tumbler going with gold, and there's a tumbler going with. There's 2 tumblers going in diamond. So if you're getting a big daddy, you're getting 3 tumblers this month. Okay, so for the diamond decal, you're getting the dandelion gnome. Big fat cupcake tumbler, yes. Live happy. With great wings she flies with a little honeybird and the dandelion. The dandelion, yes, I like this is my favorite one. Well, other than this one. I came, I say, so I made it awkward. Love that one. All right, then you're going to get a 20-ounce, just a standard white sublimation ready 20-ounce tumbler. We're getting this cup specifically because we are getting the sublimation print for the rhinestone pattern. This will be on sublimation paper, ready to be sublimated onto the cup. If you want to use this, but you do not have a heat press for cups, I guarantee you if you go into your local Facebook group, like your little community group, it says, does anybody have a cup press? I have one image I need to press on a cup. There will be somebody that says, come on over, I'll wrap it, we'll press it for you. Like I would do it for somebody in our community. So there's definitely going to be people, if you do not have a tumbler wrap, a tumbler press, and you want this pressed on, you can, I'm sure you can find a neighbor that will help you. If not, you can just use this as your guide, like a map. Okay, you don't have to sublimate on. There's also people that do not like the pattern sublimated on because they're like, I feel like you can see it behind the stones and I don't want it there. So it's preference, it's your preference whether you want to sublimate on or not. Okay, you don't have to. Okay, you can see that would take way too long. Okay, then you're gonna get all the stones. You're gonna get the stones to rhinestone that tumbler. Okay, so you're gonna, that one's gonna live there. So you're gonna get the tumbler, you're gonna get the print, and you're gonna get the stone. All you need is a picker. The pickers are under $1 on our website. The little tray to hold your rhinestones is under $1 on our website for our basic one. And rhinestone glue. Okay. And you're getting all the tough stuff. Okay. You're also getting this beadable wine bottle opener. And you can bead the base. The back comes off. Okay, that's a glitters and other things. All right. I don't have the whole box to show you guys. That's all I got. Also, I'm starting to get real tired from breathing with this mask on, so I'm gonna have to go. But all the new stuff is up on the website. You can already check it out. I will not be live later. This will be my live for the day. If you want to see this stuff, I mean, you can always rewatch the live. Yes, the cup press that attaches it to your t-shirt press will work. Yes. Yep, the cup press. Yep. And you just wrap that, apply the heat tape, press it. All right. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go so I can get out of this mask. So I can go take a break. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I will not be. Oh, hey, best friend. I will not be live later today. This is going to be my live for the afternoon. So grab all the goodies, and I will see you guys later. All right. Bye, you guys.